man, say, man, I was born this way and I'm headed that way with Jack Trav. You did what I'm talking about? I had practiced that shit for y'all. You feel me? Yeah, man, we back in the building. Another episode of That Way with Jack Travis. You know what we do. Pop culture, sports, crime news, tech, all of that, man. We back with another episode. My previous installment was that piece on Tasha K. I hope you all want to check that out. Got your feel. You know what I mean? That was a pretty wild little deal right there, man. I think she ain't stopped. She been going on and on, but I hadn't thought to make anything about it at the present moment, man. But at any rate, how y'all doing, man? As always, like and subscribe to the channel. Let your people know about it. You know how we coming, man. I hope everybody been good. The holidays are approaching. One just went by, Thanksgiving. Hope everybody enjoying their holidays. Gonna have a happy and joyful Christmas and all of that. Get ready for the new year. I'm certainly ready for it. To keep it coming to you all. And yeah, man, that's what we've been up to. But we gonna get on into the show. You heard the little rhyme that I came in with, right? Or at least the hey man, say man, and the pimp rhyme. That was kind of an homage to the boy Sauce Walker, man. I heard he had an accident this morning. Or yesterday, what have you, in the track hawk doing 130. Said bro made about 2 miles. That thing got away from him. Going 130 in the track hawk, though. I could about see that weaving through traffic. But luckily, as far as I know, he went and got treated. Left hospital, went and got booked on like $15,000 bond. He made that, and I think he's out if my research it leads me to be correct. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Um, yeah, it would have been bad. You know what I'm saying? Had that gone bad for bro. I'm pretty sure he had a reason to be getting up out of there, though. You know what I mean? I'm almost positive. I ain't gonna speculate. I didn't hear anything in the reports or whatever. He didn't get booked for nothing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, why you get up out of there like that? But I guess that ain't my business. But yeah, that was definitely an update, man. But he seemed to be good. I'm glad, bro, ain't have to get up out of here about that. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know if y'all heard about it. If not, click onto your blog sites. You just heard it from That Way with Jack Travis. So um, the hotter news though, or at least what's hot because it's gonna lead me into something good, man. Who's heard about? Of course, you've heard of Cameron. Most of you should have heard about Melissa Ford if you hadn't heard about her, here lately since she's been on the Joe Budden podcast. But I looking woman, all that. She used to be an old video vixen. She ain't really all. I guess it ain't for her to be the cream of the crop to me. I guess she got a man and all that. But yeah, we know about Miss Melissa Ford from back in the days. I think she used to rock around with a Flow Ride or something like this. Her. like Glorilla. Flow Rider Glorilla. I had got them mixed up for a little bit. That's crazy to get them two people mixed up in the same shit, right? My bad, both of y'all. But yeah, man, Miss Melissa Ford, right? On the episode of the Joe Budden podcast a couple days ago, they were offering their analysis to a clip, in response to a clip from Cameron and Mace's show, where Cam was recounting a story about him and Mace having gone to a horse den, and procured one of the products, and took her back to wherever and did whatever. He was going through the story, and I'm guessing Melissa just felt the way that, maybe she looking at it like this, not about could feel it. Like, damn, this nigga made some pasta. Ain't it? Like, pasta out there talking about getting head. Now, to be fair, it was Cameron giving the story, but Mace offered no counter argument to it. You understand what I'm saying? So, maybe that was her angle. But, generally, man, in media, women just tend to get offended about anything pertaining to a woman. If you don't believe the story she said, you can't say anything that she may take offense to. So it's crazy, but for some reason, bro, she decided to come out of her mouth and say, just in the middle of the conversation, just no shots being fired at her. She says, uh, is there any she's like, has it been proven? Is there any proof that there weren't any underage girls? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, where did that even come from? Like that Me Too shit kind of, I guess it's just contagion to the brain. Like, what would make you, again, I guess because, I mean, these houses exist, right? These houses exist where you can go and, you know, these aren't, all, trafficking organizations and things like that. You know what I mean? There are women out there that literally do that and have no problem with it. So it's like, what would, you know what I mean? Why would you want to put them boys in that Pizzagate type of little deal and all that? Like, why would you even say that, Melissa? And then she tried to walk it back and make a little apology, man. And Cam wasn't buying it. Cam done went back and put his pink fur on. You heard me? He gonna get the hat. He looking for the hat. They don't make them hats no more. He looking. He gonna order one from China. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, he talking about he ain't gonna sue her. Well, I don't know. Cam might try. Cam from Harlem or something, right? I hope I ain't get that wrong, because them boys go crazy about that shit. But yeah, man, like, it's weird because, I encounter a situation like that, but I encounter them all the time. You see them, a female will come out their mouth real crazy about it, man. And they just, when you react to it, you the worst guy ever. I think I spoke on that in the last joint, man. But here we go again. It's another instance that make me have to hit on it. But Cam say one buying her the apology, and I went back and watched like the entire show. I watch a couple of Joe's shows from time to time, and but if I say these type of things, then they gonna be like, oh, he don't like, nah, man. But Joe said on his show, he was like, man, a lot of times when they say, it's males on these shows that need to have their mic taken away. The same rule applies to women in a lot of these spaces, man. I don't know what it's a function of, but it's not a bad thing to have one in on your show and let her offer opinions, man. But a lot of times they just come from the wrong direction, and if you address it, it's like you the craziest guy on earth, man. But that was it's still ongoing. I guess they probably using it for clicks at this point. I don't think nobody about to get beat up. I don't think he's gonna go and beat it. He might want to go. Let me not even say that. But yeah, man, that's the latest beef from the Dipset and them and all that. There's some other crazy stuff. This ain't even pop culture right here, but I think it brings up an interesting conversation. So, how would you feel if your homeboy or women out there, your homegirl, or anybody for that matter, were to tell your child that Santa Claus isn't real? Reason I say, it was a little story online the other day about a lady got mad at her friend because her friend told her kids that, not the friend's kids, the friend told the other friend's kids that Santa Claus wasn't real. Now, from my previous experience, you know what I mean, I can speak from that experience, and I communicated that early on in life. You understand what I mean? Because I when I was young, though, I had a problem with it. I'm just like, I tell you, I tell you no lie. I thought, man, I had the idea of somebody breaking in the house. So it was like this white man gonna come in our house and bring, because our house got broken into and all that when I was young. So I was kind of ill about it. So it didn't make sense to me. I was like, why would y'all why you open your door tonight to let a white guy in here and do what? Like, and you gonna leave him some cookies? How would he understand this shit work? So I communicated that because it was a problem with me in my mind long ago. I just never understood that though. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're not white, I guess you wouldn't have a problem with it being a white guy. But as a black person, it's kind of ill. Like what? You know what I mean? It's a lot of questions about that just don't make sense. But apparently, Miss Lady got mad with her friend. You know what I mean? How would y'all feel about that? I guess if you're the type of person that's trying to govern your family as if certain things are true, then I guess you wouldn't appreciate someone communicating with them otherwise. But what if she would have learned that in school? Do you think? I doubt that every student in school that she goes to school with believes in Santa Claus. You know, so I don't know, but the reason I ask is not because it's about to be a law enacted or it's been a riot about these things, but it was an interesting question when you look into the comments. Because in the comments, people are like, "Oh, she in the wrong. She ain't got the right to say that." You know who was saying this shit primarily, but is for anybody to have an issue with that, I think what I mean that could come across their ears in so many other ways, or from other areas to where and it was probably knowing social media these days. It's shit, man. It's weird because I don't, at least me, I don't believe anything. You dig? Everything I see, I feel like it's kind of not like the big conspiracy deals and all that, but as far as the news you see from pop culture and all that, I think a lot of it is just all like a big PR system. You know what I mean? When you look at I don't know. You look at a young boy. Him and Joe Budden was beefing the other day, and then the next thing you know, you hear young boy come out saying he gonna be on an interview with him, which would defeat the purpose if that were in fact the case. You should have waited to after or when you popped up at the interview and been like, "What?" But I don't know. I be thinking it's all kind of a little game, man. That's kind of what I got to update y'all on. But I end out with this. You dig what I'm saying? If you want to live to be 103 years old, I don't know if you're interested in that or not. But there's a good sir by the name of Edward Lawrence, Charleston, South Carolina. And that distinguished gentleman just arrived at the age of 103 years old. And his advice to you was, if you'd like to approach his age, this is what you need to do. Listen. Eat and mind your own business. Now, I know it might be those of you that look at this and say, well, you have a podcast, Jack. Like, you're not minding your business. But public figures make their lives public, and they would like us to celebrate their wins. So I'm just here to also celebrate or shed light on the losses or just offer my opinion on it all. You dig what I'm saying? But in the words of Mr. Edward Lawrence, eat and mind your own business. I might adopt that. This has been That Way with Jack Trav, man. Holla at your boy. Bow.
I'm the realest nigga forever. Forever, ever, forever. Forever.